Imagine for a moment you're standing at the edge of a forest, a vast and beautiful place. You can already sense that each step you take, each breath you breathe, brings you closer to an entirely new experience. And as you take that first step, you realize the forest represents everything you've ever learned, every belief you ever held, and every experience that shaped you until now. And as you walk deeper into the forest, you begin to notice something extraordinary. Each tree, each branch, each leaf seems to whisper something to you, almost like it's telling you a story. These stories aren't just stories. They're the patterns of how you've thought, how you've acted, and how you've experienced the world. Some of these stories feel familiar, comfortable, like the well-worn path you've always followed. Others, however, are new, intriguing, and yet they feel just as natural, as if they've been there all along, waiting for you to discover them. Now, in the centre of this forest, you encounter an ancient, wise tree. It stands tall, its roots deep within the earth, and its branches stretching far into the sky, reaching for the stars. You notice as you approach that its bark seems to shift and change, adapting and evolving before your eyes. This old tree holds the wisdom of the forest. It knows how to grow, how to change, how to become more and more over time. And this tree, it offers you something. It offers you a gift. This gift isn't something you can hold in your hands, no. It's something much more profound. The gift is a belief that change in any form is not only possible but natural. A belief that transformation isn't a struggle, but an effortless unfolding, like the leaves of the tree growing towards the light. It offers you a belief that every moment is an opportunity to release the old patterns, the old habits, the old ways of thinking that no longer serve you. And as you receive this gift, you realize, deep within yourself, that every step you take, every action you make, can come from a place of ease and flow. You see, it's not about forcing change, it's about allowing it to happen. Just like the seasons shift effortlessly, or the river flows without resistance. You can sense that, at any moment, you can shift from a belief of limitation to one of possibility, simply by noticing how effortless it is to breathe, to move, to allow the flow of your own thoughts to gently carry you in the directions of your desires. And as you walk deeper into the forest, you begin to notice how the trees around you, they've transformed. They seem to be more vibrant, more alive, more aligned with the energy of growth and possibility. There's a profound truth there, isn't there? Beliefs, just like trees, grow. And just as some trees grow tall and strong, with the right conditions, so too can your beliefs. Perhaps you can now see your old beliefs, the ones that once seemed so solid, may not be as permanent as you once thought. What if you could look at them with a sense of curiosity? What if you could examine them the way a gardener examines a plant, understanding some beliefs simply need to be pruned or shifted to allow for new growth? And you might notice as you stand there in the forest how your body feels. You feel lighter, more open, and more willing to experiment with new beliefs, new thoughts, new ways of being. It's as if every cell in your body is responding to this new understanding, this new way of relating to your beliefs. You may even start to realize beliefs, they're like the wind. They move and shift, sometimes gently, sometimes with great force, but always in motion. And just as you can feel the wind in the trees, you can now feel how the beliefs that have shaped your life can shift, move and evolve to support you, to help you grow, to allow you to become the person you've always been capable of becoming. The beauty of it is, you don't need to make a grand effort to change your beliefs. You simply need to become aware of how naturally and easy it is for them to shift. You don't have to force them in place. Rather, you can allow them to emerge from the fertile ground of your own inner wisdom, just like a seed growing into a new plant, without any need to rush or push. It simply is. And as you move through this forest, you begin to realize every path, every trail, every choice that you make is part of a grander story, a story where you are the author, the creator, and the experiencer. And the story is constantly unfolding, one belief at a time. In this forest, you don't have to worry about finding the right beliefs. They're already here, all around you, ready to be discovered, embraced, and allowed to shift, evolve, and grow. You can simply allow yourself to notice them, just like the trees notice the sky. You can embrace the process of transformation, knowing you're both the gardener and the garden, the creator and the creation. And as you walk deeper into this understanding, you may find your belief in your own potential becomes as expansive as the forest itself. And just like the forest, there's always more to discover, more to learn, more to experience. So take another step forward, trusting with each step, with each new belief you encounter, you're growing, shifting, and becoming the most empowered version of yourself. The path is wide open, the possibilities are endless, and the best part, you already have everything you need to walk it. The forest, the beliefs, the transformation, they're all within you, waiting to be fully realized, fully embraced, and fully experienced. And just like the trees, just like the leaves, just like the forest itself, you're constantly evolving, always growing, always becoming. And as you continue walking through the forest, it becomes clear that you're not just observing the changes around you, you're becoming a part of them. You're a part of the very process, this continuous unfolding. Each step you take in this enchanted forest, each moment you breathe in this fresh, vibrant air, it allows you to sense how naturally change happens, how effortlessly transformation occurs. There's a feeling in the air, a certain quality to the atmosphere that seems to encourage you to open up, to expand into new ways of thinking and being. And as you notice this, it occurs to you, almost without effort, that beliefs, they don't have to be rigid or fixed. No, they can be fluid, flexible, shifting in response to the moment. And you can feel how each new belief can gently weave itself into your awareness. It's though you've always known that change could be easy, that transformation doesn't need to be hard. You can sense deep within you that effortlessness, it's a natural state of being. And now, as you experience the sensations in your body, the subtle shifts in your awareness, you start to see how effortlessly you can release any old outdated beliefs. Beliefs that once served you, but now, like old leaves in the fall, are ready to be let go. And as you release those leaves, you may notice there's nothing that you need to do but allow the breeze to carry them away. The process is completely natural, almost automatic, isn't it? Almost like the very air around you supports the release, making it not only easy, but absolutely necessary. Because what remains, what you know to be true, is that you are capable of endless transformation, and that every moment is an opportunity to become something new, something better, something more aligned with your truest self. You might notice too, the deeper you go into the forest, the more connected you feel to the environment around you. The trees, the air, the sunlight filtering through the canopy. It all seems to speak to you in subtle ways, reminding you that change is as natural as breathing, as inevitable as the passing seasons. And just as easily as you inhale and exhale, you can choose which beliefs to breathe in and which to release with no effort at all. They can transform almost without you having to do anything at all. This process of transformation feels so seamless, so natural, because you've always had everything you need. Your inner wisdom is like the forest itself, vast, rich and alive. And it's always been there, quietly supporting you, providing exactly what you need at every moment. And just like the air you breathe, the ground beneath your feet, and the trees that stand tall, offering you shade and comfort, now you may begin to realize that, in the same way the forest is always changing, you too are capable of continuous change. The beliefs you carry, they're like the branches of those trees. Sometimes they bend and stretch to the light. Sometimes they sway in the breeze. But they always grow, always evolve. And as you stand in this awareness, you begin to notice how safe that change feels. How comforting it is to know that you're simply growing, becoming and unfolding just as naturally as a flower blooming or a seed sprouting in the soil. There's no rush, no need to try to change, because deep inside, you know growth is happening all the time, in ways big and small, whether you're actively aware of it or not. And in that very moment, with each passing second, your mind and your body, they're already adjusting, already becoming aligned with your highest beliefs, your most empowering possibilities. Perhaps as you think about this, you can also notice some of the beliefs you once held. Beliefs that seemed so important before now seem almost insignificant, or even unnecessary. They're like leaves that have fallen from the trees, no longer needed to nourish you, but simply floating away, returning to the earth, allowing space for new growth. And with that space comes a new freedom, a freedom to grow in any direction, to choose beliefs that are aligned with your highest potential. What if you could see beliefs as simply the tools that you use to create reality? Just like an artist chooses their paints, or a sculptor chooses their chisel, you can now sense how effortlessly you choose the beliefs that serve you best. Effortless choice, effortless transformation. It happens on its own, naturally, like the cycle of the seasons, like the rhythm of your breath. And you might find it interesting, even thrilling, how each belief that you choose can help you to step into the life you always wanted, the life where dreams unfold with ease, where you become the person you've always known you could be. You might also begin to notice that the forest, the air, the light, and the sound of the leaves, they all seem to be whispering a message to you. You already have everything you need, deep within you. Everything you need to make these changes, to shift these beliefs, to transform your life. It's always been there. It's almost like you've known this truth forever. And now you can simply allow it to emerge, to rise to the surface of your awareness, just like a gentle wave rising up from a deep ocean. And as you realize this, you might begin to feel a profound sense of trust. Trust in yourself, trust in your ability to choose beliefs that elevate you, and trust in the process of transformation itself. Change is not something you need to control. It's something you can simply allow, knowing that you're always supported by this natural flowing process. Each belief, like each leaf, like each tree, has its place in your life. And when it's time for a belief to shift, to change, to grow, you can feel how easy it is to simply let it go, knowing something even more powerful, even more aligned with your highest potential, is waiting to take its place. With every breath, you become more aligned with your true self, more in tune with the natural flow of transformation, and more deeply aware of the immense power that you have to choose beliefs that shape your world. In fact, it's as if you're now so in tune with this process that you don't have to worry about what's next, because you already know the unfolding is inevitable. The change is happening just as naturally as the trees grow and the seasons shift. And now as you stand in the forest, with each step you take, you can feel the deep knowing within you that transformation is not just possible. It's your natural state. Like the forest itself, you're always growing, always shifting, always becoming. And that's exactly as it should be. So each new belief you embrace, with each shift that occurs, you can simply allow the change to happen, as effortlessly as the breeze blowing through the trees, knowing every step is leading you to the fullest expression of your potential. And in this moment, everything you need to transform, to grow, to become your highest self, it's already within you. It's all around you. It is you, and it's happening now. As the trees sway, as the leaves fall, as the seasons change, you too are changing. and it's beautiful, natural to witness.